along. Okay, here we go. What is standard deviation? So yesterday we talked about central tendency. So that was like your average stuff, your mean, your median, your mid-range. Okay. Then we said, hey, well, that always doesn't tell us what we want about the data. Sometimes we kind of want to understand if the data is spread out more or condensed consistent. Okay. Remember how I had the samples yesterday about 2 tests? So if this was one class and this was the other class, yeah, they had the same average, but this class was all consistent, and this class, some were like failing and some were acing it, right? So it's different. Okay, so standard deviation is another thing besides range that can help us show the spread of the data. Okay, so here's what happens. If you get a mean, so an average of 75, that goes into the middle. If the standard deviation is 5, then this is 80, 85, and 90. This is 70, 65, 60. Okay? So that's the mean. This is the +1 standard deviation. This is a +2 standard deviations, and this is a +3 standard deviations. Okay. Now, these numbers here, the 1, 2, 3, those are actually what we call z-scores. So we're going to get into that later, but that's what it means. So if you have a z-score of 3, that means you are 3 standard deviations above the average, which is you being awesome. Okay? Sorry if you had a -3 as your z-score, that's probably not a good situation. You're kind of way over here on the low end of all the other test scores or whatever you're doing your data with. Okay. Let's try another one here. So this time the mean was of my test. Well, I can't do test because I'm probably going to go over 100 here. Your bowling scores from your party. So the average bowling score was 75. Okay, can you do some add 12s? 87, add 12. 99, add 12. 111. Okay, you don't have to write this, but I'm just showing you what am I doing. Okay, so if these were bowling scores and you scored like a 90, you'd be kind of here in the data, which is pretty good. If you're here, you only have this much stuff above you. So that's pretty good. You have this many people who are worse than you at bowling. So, right, that's pretty good. Okay, so like I said with data, the mean in the middle, okay, look at the spread. The highest bowling score was that, and the lowest one was that. Versus 90 and 60. So what would you say? These bowlers are more spread. So the standard deviation on that one was 12. And these bowlers, if I'm doing bowling scores, are more consistent. Okay, so can you see what the pattern would be? If this is higher, more spread. Okay, the higher that value, the more you have to spread out your data. Okay, so this number is important. The smaller of a standard, your data is grouped close, the higher spread out. Okay, so we're going to figure out the standard deviation, and it's a crazy formula, and it's this. Yee. Okay, We're only going to do it once on the test because it takes a long time. This is on your formula sheet. Okay, so here I go. That symbol is mean, your average. Okay, so we have to figure the average out. How do you figure a mean out? You add everything. So give me the add, and how many items are there? 6. Can you add that and divide by 6? 7. Okay, so this is what the formula says. You have to, does anybody know what this symbol means? Have you ever seen it before? Sum, the summation. So we got to add a bunch of stuff. What do we have to add? We have to add up all of the values of x minus mean squared. Okay, so I'm going to start with just x minus mean. Okay, so the first x value, so x is just your values. So x is 2. 2 subtract 7 is -5. -5 squared is 25. Okay? Are you good to finish this out on your own now? Or do you want me to do one more? 3 is the next x value. So what's 3 subtract 7? -4. What's -4 squared? 16. Okay, now you're good? Finish that out. Okay, so we had 25, 16, 414, 100. Good? Maddie, why are you using your calculator? Which one?
What?
Which one are you using your calculator on?
I was doing
Oh, okay. I'll let you do it for that. Okay, so the next, we've done all the subtractions, we've done all the squaring of them, so now we have to sum them all. So I need you to sum them all.
150.
150? All right. Okay, so here we go. This little hook symbol is standard deviation. I think I have that on your formula sheet for you, right? Maybe?
What?
What the symbols mean. This means standard deviation. So standard deviation is the square root of the sum of all that stuff. So that's 150. What do you think n means? The number of terms, which was 6. What? 6 terms. How many things did we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items, right? I don't know what you want to say. 6 terms, 6 pieces of data. 6 pieces of data, which would be what it is, right? Or sample size of 6. Okay. There you go. Well, that is what I got.
Oh.
I had done this 150 divided by 5, and then I square rooted
I
it.
forgot the root, and I was like, well, 30.
Oh, 30, and
And I
then
was like, what's that?
the square root.
Yeah.
No?
5.4. Oh, no, 5.
7, 7?
I did 5.4 477, that was like your answer.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can go 4.477 if you want. Okay. And I don't ever use this, but just to express what it is, variance is standard deviation squared. So we square rooted something. So if we square it, do you guys remember what you had in your calculator before you square rooted? 30. I honestly have never even used variance. Not sure what it's for, but. All right. So that is how to calculate standard deviation.